Hello YouTube, I just want you to know it's Wednesday, and Wednesday is the big day because that's when my mom doesn't have the TV. And she usually hogs that at work, and now I can watch some of the specific, good gameplays like Sly Cooper's, Tekaichi's Netflix shows. Whenever Wednesday, the big day of my child, along with Fridays, Friday I have to go to the gym. Something specific happens, so this video is an overall update, Lily, especially, with my knowledge of Rio from Blue Lock, okay? Because all these 3 years, it's not like, absolutely nothing happened. Literally, I joined all 3 communities when new animes was coming out. That's what I was trying to say, Lily. I kept up with all the animes last year when I was training 9 and it didn't mean shit. So, when it comes to an abusive girlfriend, right? Lily, she's not getting a good point across because what she wants is she wants to define moment, Lily, when she aims at Lily instead of what life actually is. Stop reading a book and watching Itch. Slowly navigating through the fact when you enforce the criticism that was put on you. These new generations of teens, they'll listen like, I told you I look out instead of in. Recognize that they're in complaining. That's only partially about this video. Can't stand how it wasn't inflammation for all those fucking years. I showed, Grandma and Uncle Tommy, the final face of Crip. Me and Robert Roses, we were all like, if you guys just gonna keep spamming your characters on each other, thinking the shit was bullshit. I heard that company was really worth my computer, but has the potential to be a whole lot more. Which is the theme of this generation. We have the potential to do all shorts of things that are dank, this and that. We fall up with cringe, and what I know is that, fucking, just like I know when people are playing around with sexual assault, you're a form of a retard. When you're itching, to try to catch, errors of somebody else, of sexual assault, literally, and dodging on to let things literally, get deep down buried in the library. That means you're running away from, a full disability. That means you're accepting something less in order to gain something, that's not even more or less and go in between with cause and effect. As long as that long, full, mouthful explanation from Janimba. Exact same reason why you ignore that your world is unorganic, it doesn't have detail, Lily, and so in order to survive, you have to lean towards my shit. So you can't lean towards my shit, Lily, and then, sneak in yours forever. That was a whole bunch of fucking bullshit, but anyway. Kept over everything last year, including Dr. Stone, Lily, will ask again the guy I used against my mom got captured. That's what happened yesterday, literally. I just saw an advertisement for an Asian kid that took Auntie Lisa's advice. They had to apply for 50 jobs. I'm like, you know what? Calling out game is one thing, Lily. When you put me in position, Lily, when you call out, female nature, when you call out big things like, you don't have your own car and a lot of a car because of disability, it really, really comes off as immature. And that's the biggest fucking thing, Lily. It's all because it is fucking told you to do so, and I have to literally wait till you get older in order for you to figure out what I have to say. Stupid. I've been Martin Luther King already, but like I said, Lily, I'm going to school, it's around the corner, we'll get all these horizons from church, this and that. Lately, I know some of those people could have died back then, but it's way more, the travel between, Cyrus and Rex Revel, Yu-Gi-Oh! Me being tested, you don't know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! But I literally can fucking make a new deck out will, Lily, and pay people online. It's not fucking cool, man. Because the core of what I'm saying, just developing for a person as common sense, but people love rape, and this is that I know, from experience that, rape stops people from calling out your mental condition. As soon as you want something real, take it away from you. I'm like, man, fuck this. You know what? I agree with the Uni Boo dude back when they had me do Lily with Aurora, Lily and shit at 29. When I had a whole ad making for him, like, okay, I'm gonna roll, with the understand, technique a little bit, but it got out of hand to the point it was retardation. All this shit with Black Fire and the Bull, this and that, girl and man who acts like it wasn't, a real fight, I know some people know the system better, that's what keeps the fight going. I'm like, I already made all the points already, what the fuck you want? I already have Shannon, the National Gear Captain Child, like, what more do you want? Unless you want to kill me, like hovering over gargoyles like Black and Chaos. This shit is stupid. Well, and by the way, Lily, I uploaded my baby picture, to my phone. And I'm like, this domestic violence shit is so stupid, I can't play off my baby picture. Lily, you have me in no car at 30, Lily, when I had, concrete money at 25, that shit pisses me off. I hate this, and I say one little transition, Lily, you can't trust the whole upload, Lily, and that's what's the problem with girls today. Any girl tries to sabotage me, stop me from making a good upload, that's a big fucking problem. That's the whole thing with consistency. If I can't trust you 9 times out of 10, then why can you trust me, Lily, with this little inch, that's off the whole picture of the story? That's when delivery comes into play. You don't know how many times, Lily, I thought about hell when I heard my song about it. That was literally the first lesson I learned to rap, Lily, when your voice is subconsciously, better because you practice a lot. You forcing somebody to feel the same thing like how it's said throughout the video. I think about that shit every day, especially when it comes to Robert. Is he really, down to earth for guy? When it comes to telling you, how to be nonchalant about things. To actually, put cool pressure on the way to the point you can play at the A stadium. Or is he with the devil, literally having a closed mindset, only listening to heavy rap? I guess you could say it's a good subject. On to the next video for today.